Mainstream media has been lying to the American people. They have tried to brainwash us against President Donald Trump because of what he has been accomplishing inside this presidency. They did not want him to be in this position, and they did not want him to have the Christian values and principles that he's been fighting for inside his position. And that is why I'm sharing this today, because I believe a lot of people have started to believe mainstream media over the truth. I believe that people are not doing their research. They do not realize what Trump has done for this country, and they are ready to throw him away, not realizing what this election is worth and what it means to our future. So I am going to share with you what he has been accomplishing the past 4 years. I'm going to cover the economy, and I'm also going to cover U.S. military. He restored American manufacturing, putting in place policies to bring back supply chains from overseas. He cut regulations at a historical pace to free up American businesses, meeting and far exceeding the promise to cut 2 regulations for every new one. Ended the Obama administration's war on coal as promised, rolling back the so-called Clean Power Plan. Replaced Obama administration's disastrous CAFE standards and rolled back the burdensome Dodd-Frank provisions as promised. Put in place policies to lift working families, including releasing the first presidential budget in history to include a national paid family leave plan. Invested in workforce development to ensure American workers are prepared to gain high-paying, family-supporting jobs. Promoted school choice to ensure all families have access to quality education for their children. And that is why my children were able to go to the Christian school and be paid for by the government. Freed American energy producers to conduct their business, leading to record oil and natural gas production and expanded energy exports. Followed through on the promise to approve new pipelines, including the Keystone and Dakota Access pipelines. Withdrew from the job-killing Paris agreements. Regarding U.S. military, rebuilt our military with historic investments in our defense and provided our troops the largest military pay raise in a decade. After years of neglect by past administrations, President Trump is rebuilding our military. He withdrew from the disastrous Iran nuclear deal that reimposed all sanctions. Followed through and stood up to the president of Syria, Bashar Hafez al-Assad, and his regime's horrific use of chemical weapons against its own people. Defeated ISIS territorial caliphate and brought terrorist leaders to justice, including ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Restored American leadership in space and established the Space Force. Took action to ensure America leads the way on technologies of the future, like AI and 5G. Stopped the $230 million in rebuilding payments to Syria. Brought back soldiers' remains from the Korean War. Secured release of American prisoners from North Korea, and negotiated peace talks between North and South Korea. Healthcare. He expanded across to more affordable coverage options like the association health plans and short-term limited duration insurance plans. Increased healthcare transparency and empowering patients. Lowering drug prices for American patients, including working to stop Americans from paying far more than patients in other countries. Ended the burdensome Obama-era individual mandate penalty. Took action to protect and strengthen Medicare for seniors and reduced Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D premiums. Ensured Americans with pre-existing conditions would be protected. Thank you, President Donald Trump.